we need to ensure that students meet the frequency standards associated with each of the behaviors under instruction. This involves the use of practice. There are two kinds of practice regimens: directed practice and independent practice. Directed practice takes place under the watchful eye of a tutor, instructor, or therapist. A mentor watches the performance of the learner to identify and correct errors as they occur. In a direct instruction teaching presentation, directed practice occurs during the lead and the test in the model lead test sequence. During the lead, the instructor, therapist, is doing the task with the learner and listening to make sure that the learner's response matches his or hers. If it does, the lesson continues. If the learner's response does not match that of the instructor models the task again and then repeats the lead. This repetition, with more specific corrections, continues until the learner can repeat the response with the instructor for this particular task. Then, and only then, does the instructor switch to an independent practice regime. This presentation addresses a number of topics and a number of aspects of practice, and as a result is not as tightly wrapped as some of the other presentations. Here is an outline of the topics being addressed to help you to follow the presentation more easily. First, we will deal with two different kinds of practice and three different levels of practice. Then we will survey practice as it applies to reading decoding skills and reading comprehension skills. The next concern is the development of tool skills, using practice as typified by the Big Six: pencil holding and basic cursive writing skills. We will also look at a strategy for speech therapy before checking case studies on a large group practice called FASTAR and a small group practice known as triads. No behavioral presentation regarding practice would be complete without the inclusion of SAFMEDs as developed by Steve Graff, Ogden Lindsley, and Jack Allman, known as the Zero Brothers. The Zero Brothers also developed worksheets for various practices.